Hey, my name's Phil, and in this episode, I'm gonna explain why I quit my job as a financial advisor to Overland North America in my 4x4 truck camper. The only question is, are you down to mob?
So, Phil, why did you jump off the cliff?
Yeah, so a little backstory, like work was big for me for 6-7 years. I had a dirt bike shop that was a lot of fun, and it wasn't all about making the money, it was all about the experience. And then kind of like Brian went in, the corporate world. I was in finance, so I would talk to people about like their retirements specifically.
Yeah.
And what do you want to do when you decide not to work anymore? What's this all leading up to? Because clearly, some of them, maybe they were doing cool things as they work, but most of them really just had this big thing they wanted to get. They didn't really know what it was. And then a lot of times it was like, oh, travel, or, a lot of times it was like, well, why don't you just do that now?
The generic.
Yeah. That's really just over and over those conversations for about 3 years every day made me think.
You started asking yourself.
Yeah,
where you wanted to be.
Brad, you took the words right out of my mouth. I couldn't have said it better myself. Talking to people every single day about what they wanted to do with their lives and what this was all leading up to made me think more than ever what I wanted to do with my life. Don't get me wrong, I learned so much about my own retirement, investing securities, ways to grow your wealth, and things that I couldn't be more thankful to have learned. With that said, the number one thing that I learned is what I want to do with my own life. And when I truly answered that question, it was explore the world, see new things and new animals and new places, and meet new people, and doing videos about different lifestyles of people. So this video is just meant to tell my story. I've had a big spike in my subscribers, and I couldn't be more appreciative that everyone thinks my videos are cool and wants to watch what I'm doing here. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Finding the right rig is very important. Before I bought this rig though, I made some mistakes. I had my Jeep. I had a 2008 Jeep JK 4-door. Absolutely love that Jeep. That's what I learned to off-road in. I felt so comfortable wheeling that Jeep, and it was a bummer to sell it, but it didn't have enough space. So I bought a Toyota Sunraider. I bought a 2-wheel drive with hopes of converting it to a 4x4. I bought a 1988 4x4 Toyota pickup. That was the donor. The Sunraider was a 1986 Toyota Sunraider Turbo with 76,000 miles. It was a beautiful thing. I ripped it all apart with these grand intention of doing this massive rebuild and having this perfect expedition camper, and realized I was in way over my head. Long story short. Also, my HOA said that they would kick me out if I left the Sunraider there, so I moved it to storage, and I had no place to work on it, and I was trying to figure out garages and things, and it just became a big old mess. So I bailed from that, and I sold the Sunraider to 2 really nice gals in Florida who are building that up. And then I came across the EEXP. So I bought this rig from Brian Dorr of Exploring Elements about 8 or 9 months ago, last year at Overland Expo, and since then I've been doing tons of tweaks to it. Biggest change for off-road capability is the 35-inch Toyo mud terrains. It had 33-inch all-terrain general grabbers before that just did not compare off-road. I added some LED pods. It had a PIA light bar up here. So the light bars all around, these are all wired up to a 6-switch relay, so I added all the light bars in. Moved around the roof rack a lot. It was originally built to haul 4 kayaks and 2 bikes. Now it hauls 2 bikes, a spare tire, a propane tank, firewood, gas, all that good stuff. I put in a new Dometic CFX 95 dual zone fridge and freezer. The one before was a single zone, so now I have a freezer, which is nice. Put in a big new sink from IKEA as well, and kind of just opened up the camper by moving the sink over to the storage area. Anyways, that's a brief overview of the changes I've done on the rig and why this is kind of the perfect setup for me. So that's all cool, Phil, but what's the plan now? Now that you have this rig set up and you're full-time on the road? Well, the plan is to adventure and overland. So I've been on the road full-time for about 12 days at the start of this video, and episode 2 is gonna go into my first few days on the road, and I'm gonna take you guys through all that experience. And I've been just overloaded with so many fun things. I've been filming everything, so we're gonna edit that all up for you in this whole series. In my first 2 weeks on the road, I camped on a 2,000-foot cliff, winched out 2 strangers, ran into 2 YouTube subscribers in person, got 2 free t-shirts, found 3 dead animal carcasses, ran 1 race checkpoint, got stuck and used my Max Trax once, camped at the most epic lake camp spot I ever have, and rode my dirt bike at coral pink sand dunes with a stranger in a razor, and rode my mountain bike here at the world famous Red Bull Rampage location. Of course, I don't want to give it all away. I just want to let you know there's a lot of epic stuff coming your way on this full-time series on the road. The plan, I'm gonna head over to Nevada, through California, then hit the West Coast, Pacific Coast Highway, spend a lot of time in Oregon, up through Washington, and in June, I will be in Canada again, my hometown. Spend some time with family, and then I wanna drop back down. June 20th, I wanna go to the Northwest Overland Rally. And June 27th, I want to go to BC Overland Rally. And then after that, make my way up into Alaska. So I just want to travel with you and make content. Oh, and I shouldn't forget, I am traveling with my cute little pit bull puppy. She's not a puppy though. She's actually just turned 9 years old. And her name is Coda. And she's just the sweetest thing ever. And I've had her since she was 8.5. So far it's been absolutely amazing traveling with her. It's had its challenges. Let's go, here, come on. Drop the leash, is the leash scaring you? Come on, come on. Freaked out of that bridge. All right, let's go over here. But I love it and I love her and I'm glad that she's here with me. So you'll be seeing lots of Coda Girl and her cute little face. Also in this video, I want to answer what is down to mob. So a long time ago, when my friends and I were riding dirt bikes, we just developed a saying, are you down to mob? And it was basically just calling your friend, saying, hey, you want to go on a ride? Are you down? You down to mob? I don't know, it just kind of came about. So about 5 years ago, me and one of my best buddies from college started a dirt bike shop, and we called it Down to Mob. When it was a dirt bike shop, it was mob meant going fast. Are you down to go fast? Now, Down to Mob Overland kind of takes a step back, and you don't necessarily have to go fast. It's more just, are you down to go? Thanks so much for watching episode 1 and the start to my full-time journey on the road. Leave a comment down below, shoot me a DM on Instagram. Let's collaborate. I'd love to make a video about your camper, off-grid, van life setup, whatever it may be, and specifically about you and your unique lifestyle. So seriously, let me know. I'd love to meet more cool people like Brad and Brian and the people I've already met and done videos about. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss episode 2, where we have one last camping trip with all my good friends in Arizona, and well, let's just say it's quite the send-off. The only question, well, actually, if you've watched this far in the video, I know that you're down to mob.